Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of So What You Hear. I'm Jay,
I'm Craig.
Tiff.
and we have a crazy week of football again. I knew this season was going to be ridiculous.
I told you.
And we had a good week of picks too, y'all.
Oh, shut up. He had a good week of
Look,
picks.
hey, I went with some people they didn't do, but I also believe, not to say, in them boys, unlike this panel.
That
I
is
got
honestly, both of us picked against our team.
Yeah, so maybe I might keep that going
I
because I
might
think that
keep
works
picking you against me
in my
and
favor, not against
see
my
if
favor.
I can do that.
But
Yeah,
back
I was
to
right about the Cardinals, though.
she did get
I
the
had, I
Cardinals
had,
game right.
I had a
you
feeling.
were.
So,
But I mean, you were saying, and this week's news.
and this is crazy. The more Devontae, Robert Saleh, new quarterbacks, a bunch of people hurt. There's a lot going on. And that brings us to pretty much the biggest news of the week. The Jets just woke up Tuesday morning and said, "Get
You
the
know
hell
what?
out of here, Salah."
I think I need a break. Yeah.
Yeah, they said I mean, we were watching Pat McAfee and Aaron Rodgers pretty much said everybody's at the facility and all of a sudden their phones start going off and
That was cool. He was like, it's like John Wick, and he was like,
it was yeah, when they
he
asked
got
Communicado
excommunicado.
and all the hitmen's phone just rang, it was like, oh wow, we just lost our coach. And Woody Johnson had called him the night before. He was like, yeah, he talked about the hit and the injury. Because remember when he twisted his ankle? He called him and talked to him and checked on him last year that was gruesome, da da da. He was like, we had a quick 5-minute conversation and he said nothing like this.
That's crazy.
And remember, Aaron said he thought when he hurt his ankle, he thought his heels, he thought it was over.
He did for a quick
Oh
second. Thought that
yeah,
was
I
it.
missed
Yeah.
that part.
He said when he went to get up and he put his foot down, it was basically when he put his foot down and put weight on it that he was like, oh, I think I'm okay. Okay, I think I'm all right. Because he was like last year when he stood up, he's like he doesn't want to be even if he has to be carted off, he wants to be carted off the sideline, not the field.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm getting up and getting off regardless. And he was like, last year he got up and stepped down on it. Was like, oh, this is bad. Like, oh no. And this time it was like, no,
Okay.
all right, I'm good. I'm good. Okay.
We're good.
But so there's a lot of rumor and speculation about what's going on.
So no one knows why he did it.
Nobody knows what made him jump. The only thing that people are hearing is that he has a lot of very high-end, very influential friends in England from doing ambassador work and stuff like that. And they were in the suite with him.
You think he got embarrassed?
And that's the
Allegedly.
only motive that has been kind of leaked. Well, other than people trying to say that Aaron Rodgers came out and was like,
And
get
he
rid
said,
of him.
"I like him. I love him." And well,
Yeah.
no Diddy, but yeah, like,
But and yeah,
and that that's not
I mean,
at all
I
the
just-
case.
But
he
if we're being honest, he's been there for 3 seasons.
they've had
So-
nothing to lose.
They're going to lose. They've had bad quarterback play. But as a head coach, if you have bad quarterback play, you're going to get cut.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
Well, and it was a lot of undisciplined problems. It was people not knowing the routes, which
Penalties. Yeah.
penalties, and if it was just offense, then it'd be like, well, maybe the offensive coordinator, Hackett or Rodgers or not. But the defense looked uncoordinated. Like they were getting offenses were running zone schemes and motions and stuff like that, and they were getting caught off guard.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I know the whole team's just undisciplined. That's usually a head coaching thing. All the penalties, the 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, it is usually a coaching thing. So he might be like a Wade Phillips, where he's one of the best
coordinator.
coordinators.
He's a
He's not really a head coach.
It's too much.
And it might just be a
He might learn from
retarded
this.
situation. I mean, it's
let's be real.
it's the
Jets.
Jets.
It's a Jets, and that's some coordinators. The first time being head coaches don't go well, and then the next time,
You know what to expect.
I think it might be a little too much.
Yeah,
Crazy thing is, you see this happen to more defensive coordinators than offensive coordinators.
yeah.
That's how they get a head coach job,
And they can't handle the rest of the team. More
Like for
offensive
instance,
coordinators.
remember Todd Bowles was the Jets' old head coach.
Yeah.
And look, he had to go back and be a DC for Bruce Arians in Tampa. Won a Super Bowl
Like
with
you
them.
said, that's what
took
happened with
over.
Wade Phillips.
And came
Yeah.
back, and now look at him with Tampa.
Yeah,
Second
it's a
season as a
different
head coach.
experience. Yeah,
He's doing much better. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows. So it's.
yeah. It takes. I think. Yeah,
Hey,
you
man,
don't know
I hope he
exactly
lands
what
somewhere else, and I
Yeah.
hope he gets back on his feet. He'll be. He was a great coordinator in San Francisco. He will definitely find another job.
And I think they have to be more attentive than they think they have to be. Like, you can't focus on just the defense. There is an offense.
Because I think sometimes they get that feeling of like, all right, well, I'll make sure the defense is good and the special teams is good, and then check in with the offensive coordinator, and he'll pretty much run that. And not every offensive coordinator can do that, too.
Yeah.
So,
and it might not be it's not the way you think the offense should run.
Yeah.
So it's not, you can't be as hands off as you think it is. And you're still responsible for it. So even if, I let him do it, but you're his boss. It's your job to make sure he do his job.
I think it's honestly with Jeff Ulbrich stepping in to be the interim coach, I really still think it's going to be much of the same. Now there's really no scapegoat.
I don't know.
Right
Sometimes when people get fired, people tend to do better.
Fired, you might get a bunch of people to like.
We started winning when Philip got fired.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, like sometimes when the head coach gets fired, because they can fire him, they can fire anybody. Like like
next up is GM. That boy better get himself.
Yeah,
together.
who am I if you can fire the head coach?
My question is talented. But my question is also they're probably looking at him next because like, okay, you brought in all these people. We had Aaron asked you to bring these people. You brought them in. They're not. Some of them were like Garrett Wilson and him are still not clicking. And Garrett Wilson's supposed to be when you guys brought him in and drafted him. He's supposed to be like a top 3, top 5 wide receiver by now.
And Fangirl was
he shows he can. He just.
I was saying Fangirl was asking, do you think her question was, do you think Aaron should have went in camp? Remember he was missed those days in camp
because he didn't go to miniature camp. I don't know.
And I feel like their chemistry.
When they go back and talk about it, he only really missed like 3 days that would have actually been practice. So I don't know if it really helped that much.
I mean,
because like the first day or two down there, they don't really do anything, and then like I don't think the last day they're really doing anything. So it was really only
because didn't he only miss mandatory minicamp? He didn't miss training camp.
Yeah, he was there for training camp. He was there for preseason.
Yeah.
He missed 3 practice days in mandatory minicamp, and that was about it.
So
he was there for rookie training camp. So I don't know if that.
It's something, and maybe it's him. I don't
think
know.
It's styles of offenses.
But he's overthrowing people. How many? Aaron Rodgers overthrowing?
No, that's also because of the timing of the wide receivers. They don't know. Yeah. He's throwing to a spot. They're not. There.
I don't. You don't think they're good enough? You think they're not fast enough?
No. If you show how these young teams are playing, like Washington, they're running plays, but it's a lot almost backyard football.
Okay.
And a lot of these younger players and younger wide receivers are used to offenses like that. Aaron Rodgers comes from an old school system where I'm going to hike, and by the time I take these many steps, hit back foot, look the safety left, and let go,
you should be over there.
You should be at the 8-yard line.
Yeah.
Well, that's not how Garrett Wilson plays. Now, he's got to get used to it because if you want to be a great receiver, you have to be able to play with whatever quarterback is in there. Like Devontae, even Malik Neighbors, like,
he's making it work.
It does not matter who's throwing the ball to him. He's going to make it work.
Of course.
I don't get to be.
They won without him, though.
They did.
I'm just saying.
And I wonder if Singletary is going to keep that job because he had 100. Tracy had 100.
What's the other one?
I told you he was due for a breakout.
You have another one, too.
Eric Gray looked good, too.
It was great.
Eric Gray was like, wow, he's a solid running back. Tyrone Tracy was.
Tracy. They said when y'all got him, he was supposed to be like that. So
yeah. I think he's just he was a receiver that became a running back.
Got him in our fantasy.
Angel.
Yeah.
He was a receiver that became a running back, and they haven't got him into the passing game yet. So I think he's a rookie. I think he still had to get the complete playbook down, blocking schemes down. I think that's why we haven't seen him quite as much.
Okay.
I think this kind of put it at a like, all right, well, Singletary's going. We gotta put you in. And they look like he answered the call. And I think it's just gonna.
It's nice to see you guys have a complimentary running game.
Yeah.
And Daniel Jones looked the best he looked all season.
He looked control. He looked
the last
he made good decisions.
Yeah.
It's his decision. Now, in the beginning of the game, I was nervous. He messed up right in the beginning.
Yeah.
And
he calmed down, brought himself together.
And this was
he did it without
last year.
Yeah.
He was just mad. So
Waddell did good this week.
He's still got to work on some of them drops. I think he's
but
him being that kind of fast, shifty guy. I think he's already anticipating grabbing the ball and taking off.
Yeah, running without securing it first. Yes,
and like I said, Daniel is playing much better than he's played. Like with Daniel Jones playing like this, I say we're a playoff team, not a Super Bowl contender. Like we could beat like Seattle as a team that can make the playoffs, but they have no shot at the Super Bowl.
Before we start talking playoffs,
well, like. Seattle is a team that is probably going to take a shot for a playoffs, but you don't see having a shot for the Super Bowl. That's a team we could beat. Kansas City, Houston,
It's
Minnesota.
Super Bowl.
They got aspirations Super Bowl. We're not even playing in that game yet. But the problem is, even that being said, he still doesn't necessarily always put the ball where it needs to be. So you can't run through the catch and try to take off like that when the ball's here.
Yeah.
Or even here. You've got to catch the ball and then try to take
then
off.
try to go, yeah. So you got to
Now, if we had a quarterback that could put the ball here so that he can catch it and flow, that'd be awesome. But DJ's going to put it directly on him. And I think that's where the drops are coming from because he's trying to not have to slow down or decelerate to catch it. And can't do that when the throw's not that great. But, yeah, anyway, so... But if Garrett... so we were talking Garrett Wilson. That's how we got to that.
Yeah, that's how we got there, yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers also said that today, too. Like, the coaches can only do so much. So no matter what coach you have out there, if the players don't execute... It don't matter.
He was like, because you talking like how he was like, and I said that like, he's the coach, but we're the ones out there playing, So I like that though. That's a lot of accountability.
With Saleh being fired, do you think that the Devontae's still in the play?
That's a tough question. Okay. Because do you obviously he wants to play with somebody that he's played with, which puts you with Carr or Rodgers.
Yeah.
But do you want to? Granted,
this
is a very talented team. Yeah. That's coming up in a second. Very talented team. Devontae Adams, if Garrett Wilson goes to be in the second receiver, this is insane. Like that's I don't care who your coach is. You can put some stuff together to win that. But he's been going through a lot of weird dysfunction, and the Jets have a history, and then they're doing this. And do you want to go from Green Bay, where things were kind of crazy when it comes to trading and who they let go and what they do,
another crazy team,
to the Raiders, who have been going through? I came here for Derek Carr. They traded him the next year. To now they just fired their coach 5 games in. That seems like a long shot. Now, I will say, with Devontae Adams, one of the updates is I'm hearing that word from the Raiders organization is they want to get this done sooner rather than later. Okay. And so they are looking, which I think we were talking earlier, and you had said that
they're going to have to either... It's not going to get everything they want because they didn't want a second rounder and for you to take his whole salary, but people are like, I'm not giving you a second rounder and swallowing his salary.
And his salary, I didn't take him. You ain't got him.
And if that's the case, then they're going to have to budge if they want it done sooner rather than later. So this is either all BS to see if they can get somebody to be a sucker, or they're going to have to cave on something.
Or at least take some of that payment.
Or, at the worst case, we got to keep you to try to offload you in the offseason. That is also still a possibility.
That is a thing.
They can be like, you know what?
Nobody's giving what we want. Finish the season. We'll get you back at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Because if he really wants to go himself, then he himself might have to give up something,
a little bit. He might have to negotiate and bring that cost down a little bit. But 2 of the reasons that he's having a little bit of these issues are because we have new quarterbacks that are switching in and out.
Yeah. Some due to injury, some due to not well play.
Devontae wanted to go to the New Orleans, but Derek Carr's hurt. And it's one of them injuries in there where I've seen people take a long time to get back off them. I've seen people come back and keep getting injured.
It's that soft tissue shit.
And I've seen people get hurt and come back and get hurt and come back. And so now do you want to go to Garrett Carr? Because now the new starting quarterback in New Orleans is Spencer Rattler. They had to name him the starter because Carr can't play this one, and they really don't know how long that's going to be.
I'm excited to see because we heard great things coming out of preseason about him and in camp. They said he looks phenomenal.
His last year in college was very lackluster, and considering he had been in for so long because he was one of them guys with COVID and some of that other stuff, it was like, dude, you should be dicing teams up. You're the most vet guy here, and it just wasn't that. But preseason and from what they're saying in training camp, he's looked really good.
Okay.
Now, that might help. Maybe Spencer Rattler comes out this weekend and absolutely torches, and Devontae's like...
Oh, I have no idea.
New Orleans played this weekend. They play somebody good, too. I don't know if they're going to win this. I was about to say the Chiefs. That's right. They just played the Chiefs. The Bucks. Division game. They can beat the Bucks.
No.
If Rattler plays well, they could beat the Bucks. That's a tough game. But see, that's the thing. So Rather comes in and beats the Bucks, who's a good team. Now Devontae really has like, oh, okay.
The Bucks lost 2 games, right?
Yes.
They lost last week. Did they beat the Eagles the week before?
Yeah.
They beat it. Oh, they came.
They lost. It was a good game, but the Falcons came back and beat them. That was Thursday
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, that was the Thursday night game. That's right. The Falcons. That was crazy. Yeah. Because we said, like, don't let Atlanta, because that's just what they keep doing. They keep coming back
And I
to
said,
beat people.
Oh, so they did lose too, right?
No, they won the week before.
Yeah, but they didn't. Atlanta didn't beat. What you just say?
Atlanta beat the
No.
Bucks.
They last week game.
They beat Philly, right? Am I getting my games mixed up?
Thursday night. They played Thursday night. Beginning of the week.
That was
Thursday.
Atlanta.
That was Atlanta and Bucks.
Okay.
It
And
seems like
Yeah,
a
they
long time
lost.
ago. No, they beat the. Yeah, they lost to Atlanta.
Yeah, the week before.
They beat the Philly the week before that.
Okay.
You said they lost 2.
They didn't lose.
Didn't
They
they
won.
lose Thursday?
What is she missing?
I have no idea.
Yes.
I
To
thought they
Atlanta.
lost before that.
Yes, they
We
have more
said
than one
no.
loss.
I said they lost.
But I thought you
two.
were like
Oh,
two
I
I
thought
did
you meant
not
in a row.
say 2
Okay.
in a row. I said they lost 2. I'm sorry,
They
but
lost
that's
2.
what I said.
They've lost 2. Yeah.
Like, I don't know what
Dear
you're getting at. Like,
Well, anyway,
how they doing so?
but yeah,
They play the Saints and the Bucks play this week.
the Saints and the
I
Bucks.
mean, yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
And the Bucks.
But if they get dogged, if you're Devontae, do you want to go for that?
I don't think the Bucks is losing to them.
I mean, honestly, to be honest with you, that Devontae situation is gonna be hard. It was gonna be a hard ask anyway.
Well, that's true.
So I mean, it is what it is. That wasn't even on the table until they had that game after the Ravens, and they got blown out by the Panthers, and then he's like, we have to make some business decisions. So we had no idea this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So nobody else is. And that being caught off guard, no one was.
So if
And that being
Dallas would've played
said,
them in a different order, would we be better? I think.
Who knows? Possibly. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
you didn't play the Raiders.
No, I'm talking about the Saints. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm talking about the Saints. We were talking about the Saints, and then I was still thinking about that when y'all was talking.
Oh, okay. So you were just stuck. Okay, that
I'm
makes sense.
sorry, but yeah, I was still there.
Conversation happened.
And then
In
all you said, and also in the Raider Nation,
Aiden O'Connell's the new quarterback,
he's back to start.
which I get it. Minshew turns the ball over, but he'll score. You're gonna watch Aiden O'Connell go 3 and out 400 times.
I mean, my thing is,
He's gonna throw
Minshew
2-yard passes.
He pushes the ball downfield. He just checks his weight out.
He's just
He
and,
did
and that's
score,
if
didn't he?
it moves.
Did he score? I think
Did he?
scored.
Yes,
I
when he
don't know.
came in, he did come in. I think he just scored. But my thing about it is, it's like he's afraid.
He's afraid to take risks with the
after
ball.
he's had a year of starting. That's just weird for me.
Yeah.
He started all last year, and for most of last year, there's like, what's going on? Like, you know how the league is. Just go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Raiders. I mean, they're pretty much they cooked this season, but that's just me.
You didn't like
I-
Minshew anyway, right?
Mitchell's
No,
a
I don't
gamer.
think
He
he
was
was.
good.
Yeah, I thought you didn't like
He's
him.
not great.
Yeah,
Like
but
he's
he's
not a
good.
guy that you're gonna want to put your franchise on.
Yeah, okay.
He's definitely a career backup.
Yeah.
He's basically he wishes he could be Joe Flacco
Yeah.
right now. Joe Flacco was a starter Super Bowl MVP, but Joe
Yeah.
Flacco was transitioned to a great backup to come in and start playing it.
But he's really firing Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fitzpatrick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick was good until he was the starter. And whenever he's the
And
starter,
that seems
then...
what Minshew does.
Exactly. So then after that, I mean, who else? Oh,
Well, now there's a new quarterback in New England.
Yeah.
Dude, why
I
would y'all
wasn't-
do that?
which
How they
honestly,
gonna do that to that boy?
I wasn't
Which
expecting
honestly-
that.
I remember at the beginning of the season they always said Brissett is just a placeholder.
Yeah, so we knew that.
So it was. So I mean, but now
But why is Brissett not playing well? Because that O line is Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
So you want your young up and coming quarterback
Well,
already in week, like if this was week 8 and it was like, forget it, we have half a season. This is to get him acclimated. Cool.
No.
You gonna put him in? He's got like another 15 games to go.
Because honestly,
They're gonna beat that boy's brains in.
look, my thing about it is, I think it's because Gerard Mayo, when they look at him like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
They play the Texans this weekend. He's getting his start against one of the best defenses in the league. And he's gonna have to throw the ball because they have one of the best offenses.
Hey,
Gerard Mayo, what are you doing, man? This kid's gonna die. You are setting him up to William Wallace.
well, Joe Milton, we'll be seeing you soon.
Because this is going to be a sacrifice.
Frida.
This is going to be terrible. I'm sorry, Drake.
He might surprise you.
You know what, Drake?
He might surprise
Drake May
you.
is going to go home going, the Giants tried to trade up for me, and they just wouldn't let me go. These assholes just wouldn't let me go. I could be in New York right now.
Oh man, it's actually good luck because that Patriots team is way worse than we thought they were left on. But
I think they're all pretty good. So
I mean, like
that's
Polk had a couple of touchdowns, had like some plays this weekend.
Yeah,
so
but
like the receivers have showed, some of the young receivers have showed. Christian Gonzalez is a dog.
Yeah, you know this really just shows me. It shows me how bad Bill Belichick let that team get before he left.
Or how bad it's been since he left.
He was a GM.
Well, that's
Who's bringing in the motherfucking people?
Well, not everybody can win with janitors.
No,
or maybe it was more Brady.
no, Brady's been gone.
Yeah, and they've been
it's been going
losing.
downhill since then.
It's not like they
It's
was
falling apart
winning.
since then, and a lot of it is quarterback.
That's
So
true.
now, if Drake May gets in and starts just dishing, then yeah, it's never been Belichick. It's always been Brady.
Yeah, and
Last news, and I'm not 100% sure if this means a new quarterback, but Russell Wilson is finally full participant for Pittsburgh in practice.
Yeah.
It's first time all season. Justin Fields dropped 2 in a row, right?
Yeah.
They should have beat Dallas.
And well, I guess so because we kept giving them the ball back,
Yeah.
but like we were honestly like we were going down the field very well. It's the picks, like
and the fumbles and the
I think
and
it's
for him not to be able to capitalize
I
on
think
that.
the ground was a little shaky too because everyone like they were hesitating.
because of how much it rained. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
everybody
Yeah,
they'll
I
go to
think
like
that
do
water-
something
Yeah.
and then they'll like cut differently.
Hold up,
Even
no.
like, yeah,
I also think they haven't
and
really
it
let.
just
They won't let Justin Fields loose either. They have him on tight.
he started getting loose. He started getting hit, and then he was clamming. I don't think he can take getting hit.
I think
When
he's
he-
fine. He's fine. I think he's Bledsoeing. He's
He
fine.
was
He's
like-
fine. He's fine. When he starts getting hit,
When
he's
they
a little
scored
tense.
that touchdown, they went down that field
I don't
and
think
scored.
he's
They
quite
looked
well left
good.
on that.
Yeah.
And then once he got rocked a couple of times, that was it. That was that
Yeah.
going all the way down the field was.
Chicago got trauma.
He started
Got
having
PTSD.
flashbacks, dog. Like
Yeah,
they coming for
everywhere.
Yeah,
But Dak kept giving the ball back. Like
Yeah.
like
And I just feel like Russ is gonna be able to
we'll see.
do. So.
We haven't seen Russ yet, so it'd be nice to see a change of pace, maybe. But hopefully, Russ still has it in the tank. We saw with Denver, he still made it work. Shoot, Bo Nix is making it work.
a little bit. They have their.
Joe, no, but yeah.
I called that one too, didn't I?
Yeah.
I only got like
You
5,
did
so
call that.
I thought like
You got
I'm gonna
it.
take my joy with
Yeah,
me.
you got
Like,
I did get on that one.
you just grab the joy when you can grab it.
We got injuries around the league this
A
week.
lot of injuries. This happened like last week, but Brandon Cooks, the reason he wasn't even there this weekend is because he had an infection and is out for
Oh my god, yeah.
A
'cause
year,
at
I
first
think
they
it ended
were-
up saying?
they
Infection
said-
in his knee, had to get surgery for it. That's crazy.
yeah.
My
and
thing is like,
I don't know. I mean, yeah, he's on IR.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
sucks.
That's just a lot because on
And
top
that's
of
the
that,
other problem. They might want to talk to Devontae because Tyler was doing it though.
Tolbert was doing his thing, but I
Tolbert
think
scored the winning touchdown. So you gotta
Yeah.
Devontae and Lamb. Actually, I'm gonna be real with you. With y'all's situation and y'all's cap, I think an easier pickup that would give you the same result would be Amari Cooper.
I don't know. I think he'll go back. You think he'll go back? I don't think he's gonna go back.
I think after what he's going through with the
I don't
Browns,
think that ended well.
he wishes he was back. He was a playoff Super Bowl contender with Dallas. He's a Brown.
The Browns will be browning.
The Browns be browning.
Yeah.
And yeah, their mascot's an elf.
Right.
How are your one? How do you have 2 mascots?
Well, the dog is better than the elf. I don't
The
get
dog is way better
I
than the
don't
elf.
get
But that's
the
I
elf.
Bill
have no idea
Brownie.
why the elf is on the field and why it's not
Because the owner is a Will Ferrell fan.
and why is it not the big growly dog?
I got the dog pound behind him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you don't remember Brownie? He's from a long, like maybe he should say from a long time ago. Like,
Yeah, so like, no, I feel a certain type of way about
Like,
that.
no.
I mean, and
I think Amari would be that better move for
I
him.
think it was like I don't know.
And the reason you need more offense is because Nealon's out with a meniscus and he's having surgery, and they don't know how long it's going to be. It could be the year.
But
it
he
could
was
be
good
the-
for he was good for y'all defense though.
Yeah, but he was good because they needed to fill in for Parsons and Lawrence, and they might not be back, and he's gone again.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I will say, given that Pittsburgh game, your defense actually looked better without the
I
stars.
said you'd be surprised by
He
your depth.
said that, yeah.
I said the depth
Yeah.
of your defense, you're gonna be surprised by it.
They're fast, young, and aggressive, and I think the starters might need to learn something.
Yeah, so I mean, that was
But,
good. Who else?
Jumping on my team, Kayvon Thibodeau had wrist surgery, and he's week to week, but it doesn't seem like it's that bad. So I think
Yeah.
week to week is gonna be closer. Like he'll probably miss this, maybe next week, at worst the week after. So I'm not super worried. We have a lot of pass rushers. We can let him rest.
Okay.
Christian Wilkins.
Oh, I forgot. There's even more bad news for the Raiders. IR. Pretty sure he's going to be going most of the year, if not the whole season.
Yeah.
Also, Nico Collins on IR with a hamstring.
Nico Collins too, which is why getting Stephon Diggs is good because now they're still multiple weaponed. And last year they got handicapped, and I think that's part of the reason they couldn't pull off that game against Baltimore. If they had had one more weapon against
Yeah.
Baltimore, I think they could have beat them. And if they would have beat them, I think they would have went.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so injuries suck.
They do suck.
Raiders luck is crap.
Just went to Vegas.
Yeah, that's what happens. You trade on Oakland. And I guess that brings us to the Thursday night football game. I am super torn. I picked a team, and I'm not sure. It's the Niners and the Seahawks.
They both need this win.
and they both need this.
They really
it's
need
a
that.
division game. They're both coming off of losses. They both haven't looked great the last couple of
49er
weeks.
loss is close.
Yeah, but they lost to a division rival that is supposed to be inferior in the Cardinals.
I mean,
Well, I guess the Seahawks lost to us, who was supposed to be inferior.
I chose
And we didn't have Malik Neighbors or Singletary, so
I chose the Niners last week and they let me down. I chose the Seahawks last week
And they let
me
you down. I'm
I'm going for the tie.
DK Metcalf lost me a freaking bet.
Yeah, I'm going for the tie.
I think it's the Niner. I think
Uh,
I don't know. I think it's the Niner. I think they let the gas up last week, and maybe they learned their lesson that you gotta just.
is everybody going to be back
down.
health wise for them now?
I
Besides
think
Christian?
so. Other than McCaffrey,
All right, I'm gonna take Niners. I really am.
I'm going Niners.
I'm going Niners.
All Niners.
That's the
showed
very
Seattle's
reluctant
gonna
Niners.
win.
Yeah.
You see how I sounded?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
That's
I
probably
said
me
tie.
down.
We did our first bet gambling episode on Saturday.
That was bad.
Woke up 9:00 in the morning
Jada's let us.
to have Justin Jefferson not get a touchdown. Both of us. We picked different people, other than like Justin Jefferson, basically.
Hey, Justin Jefferson.
We were questioning.
Marvin Harrison.
We had people that we were both like, oh, I don't know. People we didn't bet on. People we were like, oh, this is going to be a surprise. We're going to put this. The one constant, the one thing we both said, well, guarantee the given who we're going to get, there's no way this isn't going to happen. It's Justin Jefferson. We put his name down first, both of us. I mean, we had it in the bet like, dink. All right, that's over with. Justin Jefferson.
He got close.
And it wasn't even good enough that it just got bad.
No.
He did get tickled like the one, didn't he? But
He got close.
yeah, but it was 9 in the morning. Like I'm just wiping like the coal out my eyes.
They were all over him.
Coffee
though.
hasn't even had time to be
They
made.
were not trying to let him get
No,
it.
they were not. They were
They-
all
yeah,
over
they
him. They were
locked him
doing
up.
illegal.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather get the penalty.
Oh,
than
Sauce
let you
was just
score.
grabbing him.
Oh, he did. He was like, nope.
Like JJ didn't hit for me. Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't hit for me. Cortland Sutton didn't hit for me. But Brian Thomas Jr. Jaguars. I told you.
I
he's that-
only
he-
missed DK and
He's
Justin.
He's that safety outlet for.
He's gonna pick Lamb. I told you
for
about
Trevor.
I
Lamb.
was and Lamb scored.
Lamb didn't score.
He didn't. So it's a good thing I didn't put Lamb.
That's the interception. Him trying to get to Lamb.
Well, hopefully this Saturday's picks will be better. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Donald.
But yeah, so that brings us to the wrap of this.
Sexy Dexy is getting sexy
Oh.
to me. Okay.
Oh yeah, I showed her some of the
I think
highlights
I
from
might be falling in
Seattle.
love a little bit with Sexy Dexy. I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
Dex, defensive player of the year. Excuse me, you need to go.
She's trying to get on camera.
Yes, I know. Excuse me. You're too cute for this. It's about football, not cute people.
We're not blowing this up now. I'll blow it up later. I'm
Oh
sorry.
Lord, y'all. All right.
Say how about
Well,
them Cowboys? You
yeah.
can go. Say how about them Cowboys? Oh, that sucked. Go.
Ooh.
Go. That sucked.
Yeah.
That boo. I'm just playing.
we love you.
She,
But
but yeah, it was not mentioned.
So why are you about to fall in love with sexy Dexter?
Oh man.
because I was showing her some of the highlights and
Oh,
stuff.
because he's been getting to
And
him.
he's
Dog.
He's
just,
impossible to
He's
He
stop.
was
he's
like
like
at the Adams
30
game. He's
exact.
like, it's gonna take more than y'all to stop me. You know that, right? He man,
I mean,
children
just-
playing a man. That's just what that was.
he tackled Gino with the guard. Like
He
he had the guard in one hand and just like and put both of them on the ground. He is so good.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I'm
generational
like,
talent, baby.
Oh my god. It's because she was like, oh man, maybe that's somebody. I was like, no. We took care of that contract.
Yeah.
We took care of that contract. He got his money.
Yeah, he
Nobody
ain't going away.
complained that he got signed over Saquon.
Yeah.
Although being mentioned, Saquon, look, he's still, doing some stuff. I miss Xavier McKinney. He has a pick he had 2 in this game.
yeah.
A pick in every game this year. First year with a new defensive pick. I miss Xavier McKinney so much. That all of you in the sports media, that is where New York and Joe Shane dropped the
Messed
ball.
up. Yeah.
Letting Xavier McKinney walk.
Because where'd he go?
Because he's one of the best. Green Bay.
Yeah.
He is one of the best, if not the best safety in the league right now. Like,
Hey, they
a
paying
pick
for
a
it.
game.
Yeah.
And 2 in the last one.
Yeah. Every time they got rid of him, he kind of like, yep, he took the ball.
Yeah.
And Jordan Love finally got his first
His
win.
win, yeah.
This
Yeah.
season.
Because that was something, yeah.
So, yeah. Some
But
fun things. I'm actually happy about football again. I got a dub, and it looked good, and it was
you
a
didn't
good
lose
team.
this week.
No, I had a bye week.
That's
So,
I like the bye week.
yeah, and I saw you, fangirl. I was sad because my team wasn't playing. It was just rough last week. But I'm excited for this week, and we will see you guys, Saturday. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Hit us on X, hit us on Instagram, and
We'll see you later this
see y'all
week.
next time. All right, peace.